Hello, it is Thursday afternoon, and I'm going to post a little band update, but I'm also going to respond to some emails that I got about last week's mess. Anyway, the discussion, if that's what you want to call it, about having an opinion about whether or not you should have weight loss surgery, and there was some pretty ugly stuff said, and my opinion is that the stupid and the ignorant speak the loudest sometimes. I just don't have anything good to say about that whole conversation. I just don't think it helped anything. I don't think that it was edifying or supportive. I think a lot of it was said just to be mean and spiteful and just to see how ugly people could be, and ta-da. But I don't address the stupid or the ignorant, and I'm not going to today, but there were some things said that I'm going to address. And I actually, as I've thought about it, I've made some notes about the things that I wanted to say. And one of the things that I had heard in a video was that there's nothing like the sense of accomplishment and pride and how proud you'll be of yourself for. Basically, the idea is just change your life and your attitude and it'll be fine. You just need to do that because it's just that easy, people. At any rate, that somehow there's more merit or something in losing it the old-fashioned way or whatever. And I'm 38 years old. I've lost a lot of weight and gained a lot of weight in my life, and at no point in my life, at any time, even when I was doing things right, even when I wasn't necessarily dieting, I was really making a very good effort at making things better for myself and trying to change those ideals and those thoughts and those processes and things like that, even with the most valiant effort. And I would lose weight, undoubtedly, just like anybody else. But at none of those times in my life did I ever feel the pride or the sense of accomplishment that I do now. I've never been happier. Those times, it was always just struggle. It was, it wasn't accomplishment. It was waiting for the other shoe to drop. I never got a real sense of hope for the future or for feeling like, okay, I've got this. I never got that. I never had that, and I certainly have that now. And I'm proud of the fact that I had the surgery. I'm proud of the hard work that I have done to lose 280 pounds. Okay, the lap band did not lose 280 pounds for me. As far as it being the easy way out, this has got to be one of the most ignorant, stupid statements I've ever heard in my life. What's easy is being able to eat my emotions away, to be quite honest with you. That's easy. It's easy to be depressed and sucked into that and all of that. And I was thinking about that, and when you get to that point where you fall off the wagon, I get there too. I get to that point where, my mind's telling me I'm done. I want to eat. I just don't want to deal with whatever it is that's upsetting me. Because I have the band, in those moments, I'm forced to deal with whatever the emotion is. There isn't an option for me to fall off the wagon necessarily because my band won't allow it. Physically, I cannot do it. So what that does is it leaves me literally in the moment of having to deal with whatever it is that's upsetting me and dealing with the emotion and actually processing it, working it out, getting over it, and moving on. And in that time that I'm doing that, there are people falling off the wagon and giving into the want to eat. They're gaining their weight back. They're feeling shame and guilt for having fallen off the wagon. Meanwhile, I come out of that with none of that. I don't walk away from any of those periods of time with any shame or guilt. I come out healthier emotionally because I've worked through whatever that issue was without resorting to food. Yeah, and I don't gain my weight back. So for me, if I stall for a little while or whatever, that's fine. And now that's not to say either that lap band or even bypass isn't bypassable. I've certainly seen plenty of people who have gained their weight back or gained more weight or not lost any weight, and certainly my venture would be 99% of them are because, you know, there is food you can eat with any of these surgeries. There is a way to get around it, and there is a way to not lose, there is a way to gain, and there is a way to actually defeat the purpose of the surgery, and we all know that. It's that having had the band has made me healthy enough to not go down that road, but it doesn't stop the fact that sometimes life gets me, and my first thoughts are that that's how I want to deal with it. I take responsibility for myself and for my situation and for how I got there and why I got there and all of that. To suggest that because I had surgery means that I'm not taking responsibility for myself is, again, just another wisp of stupidity and ignorance out in the air. Obviously, I take responsibility for it, and obviously I took responsibility and I did something about it, and I made myself well. And I have never been more happy with myself or with my decisions. I've never been more happy, period. In general, as a human being, this has just been the most positive, wonderful experience going through this. And no matter what your choice is, no matter how you choose to change yourself, whether we're talking weight or whatever it is, it's just important to, when somebody has such an opinion that's just so tunnel visioned and so black and white, for me, that's just a red flag. That's just somebody who isn't interested in educating themselves. And don't take other people's opinions, not even mine. My experience has been beautiful, wonderful, perfect, positive. I love my band. I would do it again and again and again, but that doesn't mean that it would be the right choice for you. And I'm an advocate of thinking for yourself, educating yourself, making the choice for you, and everybody else be damned. I don't really want to get off on that. It just starts to piss me off. But I live a life where I just don't concern myself with what other people think. Because, you know, what your opinion of me or my choices are doesn't change anything. I drive the same car, live in the same house, same people who love me every day. You know, my bank account doesn't change. My weight doesn't change based on your opinion. Nothing changes. The only thing that your stinking rotten opinion could change is if I allow you to get to me, and I just don't. You know, and I wish that others had a better sense of that, because it was very upsetting to see some people so upset and get some of the emails that I did get. And I understand that it's upsetting and that it's discouraging, and you know, we've all had enough of being beat down and beat on in our lives. And some of us just find a way to detach from it. I just really don't care what people think. It really doesn't matter to me. My life goes on. I figured that out. I'm not missing anything because somebody who thinks they are entitled to an opinion about my life has a bad one about me. That doesn't change my life at all. It doesn't affect me. So, you know, I wish I had some words of advice to help you get to that point. All I can say is that, you know, if you're out here and you're watching the videos by any of us, no matter which route you're thinking about going, just really think for yourself. Make the decision. You know what's best for you, and trust that and go. My quick update is I gained 10 pounds since I posted my before and after pictures, which isn't surprising because then I started my period, and so of course that's gone now. So I'm actually down 280 pounds, and I'm very happy with that. It's a wonderful, beautiful number. I have had to, today I went to see the hematologist about the iron issue. And my numbers dropped since October. So it looks like I'm on a maintenance IV therapy, which means 2 weeks off 2 weeks on, 10 weeks off, and I got to recheck with him in 3 to 6 months or something like that and see. The numbers did not drop significantly. I am nowhere near death or being sick or anything like that. I don't need another blood transfusion, but it was just enough that I'm having, it's a marker that I'm having problems absorbing iron. So we're going to try this for a while. I can deal with it, whatever. I still feel good. And that the hematologist thinks maybe once my weight stabilizes and I'm not in such a constant loss cycle, that maybe we'll see that even out. I am over my time, as always. I hope you guys are all having a really wonderful week. It's been beautiful here, experiencing great success. I will talk to you later. Bye.